Yo, been a while since I've tested off the old mic for YouTube. Thus, since so much effort's gone into Project Burnout, I figured actually talking for once in a video would be a change of pace. For the purpose of this dev talk video is gonna discuss what's been added this update. As of right now, this update was pretty big and is gonna be our first major one. We've added the Carson Opus, the Kreiger WTR, Watson Turbo R Roadster, the Hunter Toy Cavalry, the Hunter Olympus, and Hunter Civilian. Each of them have been given the Burnout treatment, which means they're tougher, better handling, and faster than straight out of the default Automation Explorer. Spent a hot minute tuning these bad boys up to be raced around the streets of Paradise City if you can find the old mod. I'll put a description of it.
Bruh.
I'll put it in the description of the video. It's a pretty old port. Don't run very good, but it's something. Or tearing up the streets of West Coast USA. My preferred map to drive them on.
What's up, guys? My name is Malik. I'm one of the developers for Project Burnout, and yeah, it's good to be here. I've actually made some couple of cars here to show in there, so we get to show off the new cars that's coming up to the more coming soon updates for Project Burnout. So yeah, stay tuned.
Yeah, right now we're in the Carson Opus, my creation.
Yes, sir.
This one's decently quick, handles alright, it's tough. Throw it off and jump too.
Yeah.
Having your help with the reference mix was nice.
Yeah. I remember, because literally, the Opus, it's very triangular in a lot of ways, especially like the way the front of the design, the rear of the car, etc. But yeah, I mean, we kind of pretty much made it work for this, and yeah, the reference definitely helped, and it's a cool ass car, to be honest. Really one of those pimped out rides that I would expect. Yeah.
Really aggressive front end. It's really pointed for.
Oh yeah, definitely. That shit definitely took time for sure.
A lot of body molding and then a lot of intricate livery pieces, considering the trunk and the front were completely 3D.
Yeah, but hey, I mean, shit, all that was definitely worth it, though. Honestly, at the end, definitely pulled it off for what the Opus should look like. So, definitely went from detail to details to what the livery had on the Opus in game. So, yeah, you definitely did a good job with that for sure.
Oh yeah, lights work pretty well. Indicators work. Custom sounds with the starter, as it should.
Yeah.
It's got the weird pipes coming out of the back bumper.
Yeah. I'm not gonna lie.
The Satarian devs were thinking, but
yeah, I was about to say. I was just about to say that. Like, I don't know, like, what came to their mind to put the exhaust where the Opus is at, but like, I mean, shit. I mean, I give them kudos to them, like, for them being creative and whatnot for like the design of the cars. So there's that.
Considering the interiors aren't much of a focus on these cars, it didn't turn out terrible.
Oh yeah, but then again, who also cares?
Yeah, that's why I gave it the really aggressive blue tint.
Yeah, I mean, shit, as it's supposed to.
Yeah. Maybe one day I'll go back through and fix the Manhattan, because it's kind of wacky.
Yeah.
That was the Opus. Next up we have the Hunter Toy Cavalry.
Yeah, I honestly, I was surprised that you managed to pull this off, because like I was like even like a couple of days before, I wasn't sure like how the fuck, excuse my language, but I wasn't sure how making a toy variant of the existing car was going to work, but you definitely pulled it out with all the blending and whatnot. Like, how long did it took you to do all this?
Wasn't my first attempt. This is probably my third or fourth getting it down right.
Yeah. But yeah, you definitely nailed the toy Cavalry for sure.
Yeah.
And just like as the toy car should be, we also have that dinky sound, as you can hear too. So try to make it more toy as much as we can, especially with the sound for what it sounded like in Burnout. So yeah, definitely you pulled it off from there, and as it should. It's much smaller than the original Cavalry.
And rebuilding the J-beam from scratch was also a pretty fun endeavor.
Yeah.
Spent a little bit over an hour doing that. Then I had to give it the sounds, the burnout handling model, and all that mess.
Yeah.
You know, what we got in return was a really dinky, but fun car to drive.
Yeah. Honestly, if you guys are definitely looking forward to drive this for sure, this is definitely coming in. It's a small car, but it's a fun car to drive. Heck, you might be able to do tricks and whatnot. Who knows? Shit.
I like it just because of its stupidity factor. It's the smallest car in the mod.
Exactly, yeah. But you know, we gotta give it some bit of fun out of it.
Yeah.
Well, despite the landing, but yeah, there it is.
Rough landing.
Yeah.
Interior camera actually kind of works, surprisingly.
Yeah,
it's a little behind the seat, but
yeah, it's crowded, but shit, it works.
Yeah, you got that extra short shifter.
Got the hella short shifter here.
Yeah. The over dramatic, cartoonish proportions.
Oh yeah, the proportions, yeah.
The wheels are actually a little bit smaller than the original Cavalry.
Yeah.
But just because automation's exports are a little weird, I gave it a custom chassis just to be sure it would work right.
Yeah. Honestly, it worked perfectly too. So shit, definitely kudos for the Cavalry, Toy Cavalry.
Definitely the goofiest car this update has to offer.
Yeah, for sure, for sure.
We have your personal creation and Doom's.
Yes.
It was a two-person effort.
Yeah. So the Watson R Turbo, actually one of my few favorite cars in Burnout Paradise, because you know I'm a big fan of Lotus Elise, and you know especially with Elise side car, you know I had it to pretty much do the Watson, but of course with a little help with Dr. Doom, one of the other developers for the Burnout Project Burnout. He helped me out with the livery, but I've also done like the sponsors in Scratch too. That was actually another thing in my part as well, and did some minor tweaks for like the livery that Dude did for the car. No, we were not going to do the checker flags for the rear, considering me with the rear of the car took some time, considering the Elise body and automation was a bit etched. So we pretty much needed to find a workaround for how this was going to work. And yeah, we tried to just, you know, put in a dedication for the molding for the rear of the car, and you know, there it is.
I've given it starter sounds, burnout handling, send it off a jump at 80 miles an hour.
Yeah.
Unfazed as long as you stay
yeah, as this, oh my god. Yeah. And as it should, you know, with it being based on the Lotus Elise, the Watson R Turbo, it's not as much of a strong car, even in Burnout, considering how light it is. So you'd expect for it to not be that great when it comes to strength overall. But it's a very light, but yet quick car to, you know, just drive around with some of the other cars in the pack. So honestly, I'd say it's still competitive in a way.
As long as you're willing to know how to drive. You gotta
pretty much.
You can't just tank through them like some of the other cars.
Exactly, yeah. You guys definitely got to work on that skill issue. I'm just playing. But yeah, you definitely, like, cars like these would definitely put it in a challenge. The only one hard, difficult thing about the Watson R, I would say, was the engine, considering, you know, it has a 4-cylinder as it should. But because of automation limitation when it comes to putting in exhaust, Fox here had decided to actually put what is it, a V6 in it?
Yeah, a single
Yeah,
turbo V6.
yeah. So we had,
My
and
bad,
yeah,
twin
for it.
turbo.
Oh,
Are you
twin. But yeah, pretty much we had to put a workaround with the engine just to actually make the quad exhaust work. Originally, I think Fox, you were actually trying to like make a workaround through Blender, I believe, but I don't think that shit worked out.
Not really.
Yeah, but honestly, yeah, the Watson, one of the few cars that's in the pack that's coming up with a new update. Yeah, I'd expect that. So shit, keep a lookout.
Then we have, I think, another one of your personal creations next up. I believe
Oh
it's
yeah,
a civilian. Yes, it is.
yep.
The less tanky, faster accelerating, but not as top out fast citizen variant.
Yeah, so we'll talk about the Citizen in a little bit, but the Civilian is actually one of my other favorite cars. In fact, it's my top favorite car in Burnout. You'd be surprised considering, it's, your typical GTR with like some Ford Mustang GTR looks. But honestly, I just love the hell out of the Civilian. And even if it's like, burning route car, it was a cool ass car to just see in Burnout. And, I really just like the race style. But pretty much, I've done this and also the Citizen. But Doom actually helped me out with the police livery for the Citizen, but we'll talk about that later.
Yeah.
The Civilian, I actually did most of it. And Fox helped me out with putting in the logos with the manufacturer color and stuff. So he did the little emblems for the car, but I did everything else with like the main decals, like the black stripes and like the Daytona inspired decal that as like the Charger Daytona would have. But overall, yeah, this is actually pretty much a cool ass car that try to work around with, and especially and I try to make it detail for what the Civilian and Citizen have. So I try to take my time trying to pretty much get some proportions of it right, since we had to use a sedan version of a Challenger body, but it was actually close to what the Charger body would be, and kind of work around to try to make this work. So yeah.
Actually a lot quicker than the Citizen. It's almost a full second faster than 0 to 60.
Yeah. As expected, like from based like on the stats, like in Burnout Paradise, this one had like less strength, but more boost and more top speed. Meaning,
Better handle.
and you just two-wheeled that shit.
Well,
So yeah.
the handling gets a little funky.
Yeah, but this car, an improvement from the Citizen, since that one is more of a police focused vehicle. But yeah, definitely this is definitely a step up to what a track variant of the Citizen would be. And speaking of which, we'll definitely go over for that too.
So I've reworked the handling and aero on it just a little bit for this update. Last time it was the back end liked to hit the ground before the front end would, and it would land to pretty bad results on landings.
Oh yes, you don't talk about that.
We'll ignore
But-
that part. I've slightly
Yeah.
redone it now, so it's not
Yeah.
as bad as it once was.
But yeah, going back to what I was explaining with the Civilian, the Citizen is actually the same car I worked on as well. Doom actually helped me out, fixing actually making up the main livery along with the siren as well that's there. And Fox even tried to make it work, trying to use the indicator to work as with the siren. Heck, you even got the actual police siren in this, I believe, right?
Yeah, it did, as well as with a custom horn.
Yeah, there you go. So yeah, the bull bars was also a little challenging as well, considering I never really made a bull bar like that in Scratch before, but it was kind of worth a try. We even have like the police license plate on this car that was in Burnout Paradise as well, so that's another attention to detail with this thing.
Just so you could actually use the bull bar, I've given it a slight nudge in the J-beam, so you hit this first, because it originally would pop up over the hood, and then you'd send cars rolling away rather than pit maneuvering them.
Yep.
Yeah,
But sure,
test
you could
video
definitely do
showing it off against the takedown went badly when the takedown wrapped itself around a pole.
Oh yeah. Yeah, that shit was kind of odd, but shit, now, this one's been definitely be reworked, so it doesn't cause the same issues anymore. So expect to, do some bit of police driving with the citizen.
Yep. We have the Hunter
Next,
Olympus, which was LS swapped RX-7's build. He did the
yeah,
base of the Hummer, and then I went through and did the livery for it.
yeah. And honestly, when I first seen this, when Let's Swap Dark 7 had showed this up, I was so surprised.
Yeah, it turned out
Um,
really good for being just the car.
really did, and honestly, bro, I'd say for you, spot on with delivery, because pretty much I would expect for a lot of shit to be made with delivery, especially with the emblem, which I'm guessing that shit had to be a pain in the ass to do as
Yeah,
well.
because it actually follows the body molding lines, and we all know how
Yeah.
that
Oh,
goes
yeah.
with automation.
Yeah. Yep. There you go.
Yeah. It took a
But
hot
yeah.
minute to do, but it was worth it on top of the already spectacular car.
Yeah, the Olympus is definitely one of those few cars you wouldn't really talk about, considering it's an online car, so you can't really like drive it in single player as you normally would with like most cars. But now with the Project Burnout, well, here it is being part of the new update for the mod pack. So expect this to for you guys to kick this for a spin.
And it's an absolute tank when it comes to being able to take some damage. I've done some testing. I've hit things
Yeah,
at about 80 miles an hour, and it just absolutely shrugs it off.
yeah, definitely will be up in par with the takedown. Speaking of which, yeah, I haven't had the chance to actually see how the takedown goes against this. Like, how is it? You tried it yet?
I haven't tried it yet, but we could do it. See which
Shit, yeah.
one crumbles under the pressure and which ones drive away.
Yep.
Put it down here, and we'll just hit them into each
Yeah.
other at a decently high
I was
rate of
gonna say, or
speed.
just have like the AI set to chase me, so the shit could actually, go straight head on.
Yeah. We'll let him drive
Yeah.
the Olympus. Yeah. I think by far, though, the favorite thumbnail I did for the new update was definitely the civilian.
Yep.
I think it turned out the best with the Need for Speed style, drifting away from
Mhm.
the cop.
Yep. All right.
There we go.
The takedown is still superior, but
I don't know. I think they both probably got it away on about the same level.
yeah. They're
Sits
just
up higher.
yeah. Damn, it's just the way the Hummer, the freaking Olympus, just went head on and it just bounced and then yeah, didn't just all of a sudden the takedown can't even push the freaking Olympus anymore at that point.
Just both kind of seem to be stuck together just a little bit.
Oh yeah, true. I mean, again, yeah, you literally just went straight head on with these two fucking
They're
trucks.
both
So
about on the same level of damage. They'll both drive away straight from what it looks like. Besides the takedown, it seems to have the front right just a little bit bent.
oh yeah, but shit. That's comes to show how strong like trucks, especially with the one that we did for the Project Burnout. Shit, we put in a lot of strength into this, and it's still possible to drive away from situation from crash out. So definitely a looker.
You'll get a drive away with this one almost always.
Yeah, pretty much. All right, what's the next car to show?
Next one is the Kreiger Racing WTR.